I really did. Our guys have been great, but we wasn't good tonight. We didn't, that little mental part of the game where you have to come and play. And I didn't think we had that tonight. I just thought they played harder, tougher, faster, more physical. And, good things come to the energy, and I didn't think we were so sloppy execution wise. It's amazing. It felt like when we actually executed what we wanted, we got a great shot. I did think we missed some shots tonight, and that's fine because it's always going to be that make miss. But we just made so many mistakes. You can't win an NBA regular season game with the mistakes we made, let alone a playoff game. So listen, that's a good lesson for us.
How much do you think Joel's hand impacted this?
Yeah, I don't know, Keith. He got good shots. Struggled with some of his passes. Today. They were really aggressive in their double teams on him and all that. So it's going to be something he's going to have to deal with throughout the playoffs from this point on. It's not going to go away, and so he'll get better and better at figuring out how to use it.
The first half, it's the second game in a row, just fell into a hole. Just what do you guys need to do to
play better, execute better, not turn the ball over, not get out hustled on offensive rebounds, run a play. Like tonight, we were just a very unorganized team. We didn't execute today. We talked about it. We worked on it yesterday, and then we came out today and just didn't do it. Too many wasted possessions offensively. I know defensively, you look at their numbers, they shot 42%, and 110 is a lot, but I thought overall defensively we wasn't bad. We were just so bad offensively tonight.
What do you think the cause of that is? Like not having up 3-0 2 days?
Yeah, who knows? Keith, like human nature is human nature. You got to go get it, man, in this league. You really do. And you can't take it for granted. Just watching all the playoffs, guys are dropping like flies, and so you can't take a game for granted in this league, especially right now. This is still the end of the COVID tour. People forget that we had a late season last year. We started early and, guys are dropping. So we got to be very careful.
There was a timeout at one point in the game where you and Tyrese had a pretty extended conversation before. I guess, what were you trying to get across to him, and how do you get him back toward, where he was at beginning of this series?
By getting him the ball more, number one, by executing. It's clear for me when we're running our stuff, Tyrese is the benefactor a lot. And when we're not, he's not. He's just standing on the sideline a lot, I thought there were many times, though, that he had it been settled. We settled all night. I asked him at one point how many times his fingernails hit the backboard. And he said once. And I said, I don't need to say much more, But that was more of a conversation about spacing, about, very positive conversation about taking charge and not, worrying about who you're on the floor with. He's just as important as everybody else.
The spacing factor, it seemed like there were a couple of times tonight where either Joel or maybe James thought guys were going to be fine, they're cutting early or doing something. Yeah. What do you think was happening there?
I don't know. We work on spacing literally. If we have an hour practice, 40 minutes is on spacing. And from a coaching standpoint, sometimes it just really frustrates you, but give them credit. Like they played hard. They played physical. I thought we complained too much tonight. We just got to go play.
To that point, I know like when Joel gets off to those like slow starts, is this one of those things where you would like James to like maybe you give him more offensive force rather than playmaking?
Yeah, listen, it was tied up after the first quarter, and we missed. I thought we missed a ton of open shots early on, so it wasn't that frustrated. I just was frustrated with how we were playing. There's such a better version of us. And we didn't give ourselves a chance to do that tonight. So that was frustrating.
I know Staples will sign me, don't worry about good players missing shots, but are you seeing anything with James, maybe he's not today specifically, just, overall?
No, James is a better player than I was. And so James is a hell of a player. I'm not concerned at all. James is going to make shots. He's going to make plays. You know, he's doing a lot of driving. So he's in the trees a lot. Those are difficult shots. He's also playmaking for us. You know, he had 9 assists, 22 points. It's the turnovers we got to cut down. And I still think there's a better pace for us to play. I thought James was actually locked in tonight. I really did. We just didn't play right tonight to help him out.
So you said human nature is human nature. Is it hard to get guys to understand how, or at least play like this game can be bigger than it looks?
Yeah, it is. I guess the answer after the game, is yes tonight. But I don't want to take away from what Toronto did. I thought they played hard. They played a bigger lineup at times and did a lot of switching. So give them some credit. They deserve to win the game tonight. I'm not going to sit here and complain. I'm not going to be, what they do. We got beat tonight.
Do you see any similarities to this as last year? You guys went up 3-0.
No. Last year, Joel got hurt in the middle of that game. I thought we were up at that point, if my memory serves me right. Yeah, and so that was completely different.
And do you expect your team to respond? Because, it was one of those things where all the talk was about Joel.
Yeah.
And then the next game, you guys came out and responded.
Yeah, well, I'll let you know. Honestly, as a coach, you do what you need to do. You get them ready. They'll be ready to play. But we got to play well, too. You can have a team ready to play and, whatever. But we'll be ready. I can guarantee you that. We got a long trip back. We got to get back, get some rest, get ready for the next game.
Doc, you referenced those bigger lineups, maybe a function of Van Vliet's absence in the season.
Yeah.
What impact do you think
Maybe they should just sit him.
Tell Nick. What impact do you think that had having just a
Not much. Obviously they do it in the games anyway. They just did it more because Fred wasn't there. And then listen, it just felt like a game where everybody kept getting hurt. And Fleet goes out. Tobias gets hurt. Danny's hurt with his back. Joel gets hurt. It was just one of Scotty steps on someone's ankle and goes down. I was like, me and Nick are going to play one-on-one in the game. I would like that. I'm all good with that one, even the way I move. But no, it was just one of those games, where maybe it was physical or whatever, and guys just got bumped tonight, got some nicks.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.